YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another episode of Scrap Mechanic in the Town, and today I would like to introduce you to the new district. As you saw in the intro, I've talked about this a bit, how I've split my town maps up into districts. This is the residential district, and I am really excited for this one, guys. What we're going to do, we're going to drive around, show you some of the houses that are in the district. Some of them are old houses. I'll just do kind of a brief view of them real quick, and I'll show you what I'm doing with this whole area. But remember folks, if you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic, hit that thumbs up button, it helps out my channel, and let's jump right into this. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little tour of the residential area. Now, this is probably going to be a rather short episode of Scrap Mechanic. Most of my time has been spent building roads, doing a lot of yard work. Each building or each house that I receive, even if it doesn't have any sort of yard, I'm going to go in there and actually build a yard for it, build a fenced area most likely, not unless the house doesn't require it, and stick some little neat things here and there on the house, stuff that you would normally see. So we have a four-way stop sign here, and what's going to happen? I'm going to extend out to the right, I'm going to extend out to the left, and we're going to have a center lane here. Now the center lane is going to eventually meet up with the other roads. I do have a house planned for me. I'm probably going to stick it at the end of that road. And just depending on how big this neighborhood truly gets, depending on how many roads I'm going to stick in it. So here's the main road here. Of course, we came in through this way. This is like a gated community, so I will eventually put like a gatehouse with a opening gate probably there. Either that or we might move it back. I'm not 100% sure. But what we have here in the neighborhood, you're going to come in, you've got a little bus stop. This is for the kids that are going to get taken off to school in the mornings. And we actually have a little playground. Now, you might notice this playground, actually. Gaincy Games, he had sent us a playground for the Old Town map, but I never set it in there. I did use it for a Viewer Creations episode. But what I've done here, I've actually taken it and I've stuck it in here. Now, I did change the bottom layer, the grass, because it didn't actually match what I was doing here in the town as far as the grass color that I've been using. By the way, it's just concrete, but it does somewhat look like grass. It doesn't look too terrible. But what I did, I put a little fenced area around it here. I kept all of his equipment. It's basically the same slab, but I've added on to it. I added the little sandbox over here. So I figured, you know, it's a neighborhood. They're going to have their own little personal playground. They can bring the kids, and it's probably going to be towards the first of the neighborhood, so we've got that over here. Now we're going to go across the street. I haven't done really much on this left side, but the houses here. Now you're going to notice a couple of the houses. I do have one new one I'm going to show you guys today. Here on the left side, that's the Henry house. I did go back, and he sent me this house before we had the latest update with glass. I did go back and replace a lot of the panels, a lot of the glass panels, to make it look a whole lot better, because those tile blocks, for whatever reason, got a lot more ugly ever since the update. They're really foggy looking. So I've done that. I've given this house a yard. I'm probably going to give this house a small fence. We do have some driveways over here. I did keep the tile glass on the front door because I actually think that looks really good. Over here, this is the Doge Lord house. This was another house that I really wanted to stick in the neighborhood, but I was out of space. He sent this to us probably about 2 months actually. If you don't know of any of these creators between Henry, Doge Lord, we've got Scrubmaster, Gaincy, I'm going to link everybody's workshops down in the description if you want any of these houses for your neighborhoods. But yeah, he sent us this house. This was one that I really wanted to put into some sort of neighborhood because this house is absolutely awesome. So you've got that. Across the street, this is the Henry house, and I have no clue what's happening with the tire on the Lamborghini. We've noticed some weird things ever since some of these bearings and suspension pieces on these lots fluctuate a lot, and it seems like the tire's folded under the car. But anyways, this is the Henry house. I did change a couple things to this. This is an example of what I'm going to do to some of these houses. So the Henry house here was just the lot, but I've added a yard to it. We've actually got a sweet looking pool back here. You've got a fenced in area. I'm probably going to add a couple trees back here and maybe some sort of cooking, I don't know, maybe a big grill or something out here. But it does have a pool, and I'll probably add an enclosed garage because I'm pretty sure nobody's going to leave their Lamborghini out like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and walk back out here. So this is just some of the things that I'm going to do. I'm going to try to add some of the, maybe even some of the facilities that we couldn't use in the commercial district and add them out here. I actually think that commercial pool we looked at the other day would work out here. So we're going to do that. Over here, this is the Scrub Master house. This was in the neighborhood on the Old Town. I did go back, updated some of the windows. He went in there and actually did a couple of things. I think he corrected a couple things and updated them. And we've added a backyard to it, so he's got a fenced-in backyard. Pretty nice looking house there. Now we're gonna walk over here, and this is a new house, and we're gonna go over this. This is by Akron Games. He sent us the pool and the motor, or the used car lot, I think is what it was called. But he also sent us a house, and I didn't want to use it in that commercial district. I'd saved it for this episode because he's a very, very talented builder. This house is very nice. This is the car it came with. It's kind of like a little buggy. We'll probably take that for a test drive here in a second. But this house is amazing. Now look at the roof. These roofs are a pain in the rear end to do. Anything with slants like this, you stick them on bearings, and sometimes they like to fold into each other. And when I initially welded this house down, it did have some weird collision. I had to cut a couple of the roof blocks to gain some frames back. But as far as the house, now this is the house that you have that one neighbor in the neighborhood that likes to leave his Christmas stuff up. You can see the wreath on the door and the Christmas tree in the window. I'm pretty sure this house was built around Christmas, but I think it looks kind of funny here in the neighborhood. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out some of the features of this house. First being, let's go ahead and check out the garage, because there's something really cool in the garage here. So let's open this up, and boom! Check this out, we've got a mower. So we can now mow some lawns here in Scrap Mechanic. Oh, you know what? I think there's actually a blade under there. We're gonna have to flip this over. Let's go ahead and take this out here and set it here. Now, I do notice some strange things with the garage door. It likes to do that. Let's go ahead and put that down before it explodes. But yeah, this garage is actually pretty cool looking. You've got a little fridge out here. Looks like he's working on a bike or something. Maybe this is your hot water heater. Washer, dryer, some spare tires, your grid box. Let's go ahead and walk in here. This is a really cozy house, by the way. I love the way he's done this with all the woodwork. You've got your computer over here. Here's the den. Got a nice flat screen TV. Still have our Christmas tree up because we are still in the Christmas spirit. It does have a nice view, and I can picture another house being across the street from it. So maybe we'll stick something over there. I'm still going to build a house, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to build at the end of the main street because I want to build like a mayor's mansion. In here, this is probably one of the nicer table setups I've seen. He's gone back in using the mugs. You got the little dishes here. I like what he's done with the seats. They look pretty awesome. I think the scaling's actually a lot better than I do my seats. Those are really nice. Over here, he's got a little fireplace. You got a fire roaring. You can look up. It's I think he's got what type of lights in there? Maybe a floodlight? No, he's got some of the headlights aiming up. It's giving a little glow effect like he's got a fire going. Over here, you've got, looks like the breakfast bar leading into the kitchen. Now, let's see. Ah, yes, I forgot. I mentioned this the other day. He doesn't use the default sink. He actually creates his own. And that actually looks really good. We can almost see in the back of Scrub Master's lawn from here. Maybe I need to space these houses a couple more blocks apart because that's kind of weird. So you got that. You got your stove here, vent hood. Ah, we got a duck in the microwave. Yep. Let's go ahead and turn that on there. Yes. This looks like it almost looks like a smoker. I'm not really sure what that is. Some sort of device to cook with, possibly. I don't know. Get some storage down below here, and come on, do we have it? Yep, ducks. Actually, somebody needs to thaw out their ice box here. This has got a lot of, looks like ice in it. So yeah, very cozy. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's go ahead and open these doors. Looks like we have a bathroom in here. Okay, we've got a bedroom. That's a nice little bed setup. I like that. I didn't notice, did we have... Oh, let's open this back up here. Where's the shower at? Hold on. I don't know, is this supposed to be like a cabin or something? Maybe we're not showering in normal spots. Let's go into here. Another bedroom. This one's actually got a flat screen TV and a computer setup, and the door's freaking out. Let's go ahead and close that. Maybe he doesn't have a shower. That's a first. You know what? We could probably, let's go ahead and open this real quick. I normally don't edit people's creations, but we have a new item here, if I can find it. The bathtub. We can always kind of shove, actually I don't know if this is gonna fit. We could stick it right in the middle of the floor there. Huh. Well, looks like we might be taking some showers out of the sink or baths, but other than that, that is a really fantastic looking house. I love the angles on it. It's definitely a house I would like to actually live in. I'm very, very happy he decided to send this over for me to check out, and we're gonna stick this in our neighborhood here. Okay, back outside. I wanted to check this out real quick. This is the mower that was in the garage, and I want to see, does it have blades on it? I can hear something. Suspension glitch? I think it's just the sound of the motor, but it does sound like it's actually going, so we can go here. Let's hit these switches. Actually, you know what? That might have been something else that was making that noise. Yeah, because I don't really know what that's actually doing, but... Oh, there it goes. I wasn't picking that noise up at first. Yeah, it is actually activated. Yeah, this would be like the easiest thing ever if you had one of these big rider mowers and you have a yard this size. I mean, you could finish this in probably about a minute or two. That's pretty cool. That's a nice looking mower, though. I will admit that, so... Let's go ahead and turn that off there, and okay, it's off. There we go. Let's check out the vehicle real quick, and then I'm gonna do one last little overview of the neighborhood. What's this do? Lights up. It's radio. Hood. This is a little compact car. This is like a little buggy or something. This is a little smaller scale than what I normally make my vehicles, but that suspension. That's a really, really active suspension there. That's pretty good. I actually like the scaling of it because it matches the buildings. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, there we go. Yeah, it matches the buildings a little bit closer than some of my vehicles. Some of my vehicles are admittedly a little big, but that's still pretty neat. I'll leave that on the map with the house there. But yeah, we're going to continue to do this. This will probably be maybe once a week we will do this. If I get viewer creation houses, or if I'm going to create a house myself or add a facility out here, I will go back and do that. If you guys have any ideas for the residential area here, comment below. I would really like to see what you guys want to, actually, whoa. Okay, let's go ahead and place this over here. I'm seeing some weird bugs right now. But anyways, before the game freaked out there, I was saying I would love to hear from you guys and what you would like to see in the new residential area. I know not everybody's the biggest fan of me having to split the maps up like this, but just the way Scrap Mechanic kind of lags, this is definitely the best option. Plus, I can make the districts look so much better and so much more well organized that I'm really excited to continue to do this. But anyways, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Scrap Mechanic. This was just a short little update, little smaller episode here today. We should resume our regularly scheduled programming all week. We've got multiplayer Monday coming up. I'll do some more town builds, probably some city skylines, some more brick rigs, and I'm trying to look for some new games on the channel. It's been a little tough as of recent. Some people ask a little bit about my summer car. Right now, I'm just waiting for an update because we've done basically all there is to do in the game at the moment. So, anyways, folks, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel, and we will see you guys next time on Scrap Mechanic. Thank you.